be back-to-back. They have a loss to Evil Geniuses at the global finals on this map. They are definitely not in the clear 100%. We'll just have to see which Astralis that we can get. We know that there are trailblazers on this map, so there's potential that they roll over OG, but at the same time, OG are going to be in their comfort zone.
Well, it begins with an opening kill from Dupree. NBK loses his head. And even despite that frag towards the A site, Astralis, they're going to continue on this journey towards B, which is exactly where OG would hope they attack. We've got Valda boosted up on boxes. We've got a man back in the dark corner. And Device missing his chance at a clean opening kill here. Montu just one frag. Always the possibility of a threat to push through spawn smoke. Valda holding for now. Does die to Dupree. And the last two members of OG both over on coffins. Whoa, Zipix, the moment he plants that bomb, gets killed. Low HP as well for Astralis. This is not a bad spot for OG whatsoever. They've still got the kit on Alexi B. They have to understand that these remaining players are pinned to the back of the bomb site. It's just a matter of getting clean kills, which has happened both directions. Dupree! Ooh. The ace in the pistol! All 5 headshots.
Looking like Shocks. The way he plays around that box. So easy. Very clean P250 kills. And I guess we'll just get a straight up highlight reel of Dupree killing everybody here. The entry onto the site, the kill in ult. Really wonderful work around quad. I mean, love this flash shot as well. So nicely done. In and out. 1-0 here for Astralis. And I guess the one thing that muddies overall, like OG statistics on this map is that they're on a 3-map loss streak themselves. 4-map loss streak, in fact. And that's 5 of 6 games, 6 of 7. Sorry, they're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've won 1 in 8 games. So before that, they actually had a huge streak on Inferno, but of their last 8 games, they've only won 1. So maybe maybe this will be fine for Astralis.
I feel like I just saw like your hope and soul leave your body.
Like their overall results not bad, but yeah.
I looked over at you while you were counting up those losses, Launders.
Ran out of fingers.
Yeah.
I had to take off my shoes for that one.
A dire picture, perhaps. And they got aced in the pistol. After losing a 14-10 lead in map 1.
When it rains, it pours.
All these things compile. It's enough to break a man. But can they break 5 men? Oh. Alexi just gets pegged by that smoke grenade and eats the flashbang. Oh, the utility, man. Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, they just have that tracking dart on him once they hit him with that smoke. He can only be within this proximity. Let's run through it. Flashes come as well. On the bright side, OG, they don't overcommit. They just save the guns that they can use again in the next round. But yeah, one of the most damning stats for Astralis was the pistols because, it feels like a coin flip sometimes. You don't really need that much ingenuity on a pistol round because you can still lose with the coolest strat ever. You're limited on utility. So, maybe they just weren't emphasizing, like putting a lot of emphasis on what their pistols were and just expecting to win about half of them, which I think is pretty fair. But then they, only had won 6 of 22 or whatever the stat was. And when they won and failed to convert. But when they won the pistol, it was very common that they get the 3-0 start. And they were winning a lot of their games despite having such bad pistol round stats. So this was clearly a big problem for them that they identified and solved. At least winning 2 pistols here in this series so far. We move forward with all the saved utility and upgraded pistols. And Alexi will just not invest anything.
We wait to get to the gun rounds. How much money for the SMGs? Nothing inside of the apartments.
I'm a big fan of the 2-2 mid setups. Alexi leaving his post for a moment. go over towards the B site. No decision's been made, but I think it's a very, very strong spot for pistols to be in. Things can go awry very quickly for the T's. Dupree loves to get to this position and turn the corner. He's trying to bait some of the CTs forward. They do take the bait slightly, but there is a smoke that comes up in their face. MBK looks to try to get back as much information as he can, and he fails to jump onto the pallet, or maybe just wanted to see if there was anything over it. But it looks like the A hit is coming shortly.
Yeah, just waiting out the smokes, waiting out those few pieces of utility OG are working with. Alexi still hangs on to one smoke grenade, but he's over at the B site, so not going to be a problem. The problem is really NBK's to deal with. He has an entire team ahead of him, and only the 5-7 to work with. No teammate nearby. So jumping SMG works well enough, and the A site's open for the taking. This is a bomb plant, 0 casualties, an immediate save call from OG. A bit of a boring round, but that's what it had to be to minimize their losses. Just squeeze out those utilities.
He's been practicing patience recently.
Yep. And it works, you know, take a big deep breath. Focus.
I don't think Astralis' play was ever boring, even in the end of 2018, 2019, or anything like that. I don't think even when they were at their peak, in any sense, was there. I think, you know, back in the day, Navi executing with 10 seconds left, that was boring. I think there was a couple of teams that were boring. I don't think Astralis were ever one of them. They always played with the right tempo.
Yep.
They changed it up a lot.
Always active.
Glaive was, you know, called tons of fast strats all the time. That was just a complete myth. I think that was made up by fans who were tired of seeing their teams losing but didn't know why. I think that's basically it. They didn't know what they were watching.
I don't know what this is, but I don't like
boring.
it.
It must be boring. That's all they could come up with. But yeah, this is something that Zonic did mention in this interview before the game, that sometimes they're just not letting the round come to them when they should. And that little bit of patience gets the rotations out of the A site over towards B.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it leads us this. A bye. 9-2 with the op. M4 is in abundance. It's a single kit, and OG sending 4 players early to the A site. We've seen them kind of forfeit apartments, and whoa, my goodness, check this out. Astralis, 5 men deep on B. I would not want to be Alexi in this moment.
Oh my god, this round is over. I mean, they could, I don't even, are they going to try to go for the retake here? They're in a weird spot.
That bank grenade?
Deny, but it's all towards coffins. The plant goes down. Rotations will be here, but
yikes.
I don't know. Oh, and Device gets one through the smoke. This one, you just call it off, I think.
Man, and even, you know, what's nuts is they're going to call it off, and even then, Alexi, does he get out of here for free?
The smoke goes down to CT at least.
3 SMGs to just kind of throw at this and take that risk. The moment you know they're saving, you can just run it down. Dude, no respect. Running up banana, no presence shown whatsoever. OG, 4 guys, A site off of the bat, and 4 rounds now for Astralis.
There's just no damage outs. Like, they needed to get Alexi had to get some damage in, but he wasn't set up for that at all. They just had no I guess they had zero fear that was coming, and it did. So, well, that'll be a lesson to him. Very easy round here for Astralis. Losing 1 player. I mean, they're saving. They actually saved 4 pistols, I think, on the second round after investing in armor as well. So the rifle buy was a lot less. So in actuality, I mean, like, money's not too bad even after buying up here, which is interesting. But
3 rounds in a row.
A good call from Astralis. Like, you're going to take a free one any day of the week.
3 rounds in a row where OG saved 4 guys alive.
Yeah, that's just the right call from Astralis. It's just correct. Blade coming correct.
There have been
arches open.
4 deaths of a potential 30 in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, this is arch open and no presence down B. We'll come back to watch this. Okay, they set the trap. Top of banana.
Nice grenades on the money.
This is kind of like the big style of defense on CT side. The nades from the site, the late honeypot trap at the top of banana. Not actually going there, but getting the impact. It's unconfirmed damage, but it is still damage that might have an impact.
Nice blind shot from Montu. Spam through the smoke. Dupree down low. He dies to NBK's fire. All right, OG, starting to piece something together here. Not to mention that unconfirmed damage still a problem for Device. Everybody from the offense still clumped up towards mid. They could round around short into the site. That would probably give them their best chance, as they would have to only take down 2. Device lining up utility, and Glaive, he decides to just dry peek into the sniper scope. That's not going to bode well for the T side whatsoever.
Well, they fall apart quite quickly. The timing shot from Montu and all the early damages proves to be just enough to send them back Astralis. They'll run out of time. No, I mean they could barrel into a site if they want to, but 10 seconds left, 2 players, no chance. In OG, I mean, okay, so like 2 rounds, we got 4 saved, then 4 saved, now 5 on a win as well.
Counter-terrorists win.
They're set up well to get back into the game with a round 1 there.
Excellent pull at the trigger while blind. Second one basically walks into him. No effort needed. OG on the board. Took them 5 rounds, but they got there. And I mean, what you're alluding to, the saved economy is so crucial. Montu sitting on 7,000 as he just goes to replenish his grenades.
After winning 1 round.
Yeah, that's nuts money.
Money nuts. I don't know why, it just sounded funny in my head. Had to get it out. I wonder if a high tempo round would, like, the same one they did earlier on would actually cause problems for OG since they're not doing anything early.
Dupree about to walk into 2.
Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Needed
Looked like
that.
a shotgun.
Yeah.
Takes him down. Magisk, he's going to get blinded. Can't quite capitalize on punishing Alexei, who was just cheeky towards the corner. It's actually 2 players from the T is down to about half. Maybe they're just going to try to follow through with the utility and the push into the B site. Flashbang smoke comes down on the incendiary. They're still going to just try and trudge along through this. Zipix able to clear his... Oh, I was going to say a second, but he doesn't fire versus Valda. They're trying to exchange damage. Valda, trigger discipline, hasn't fired. It's NBK as he regains vision around the side of the smokes. Oh, Zipix with a double spam back the other way. And we're into the 2 versus 2. 7 health here for Zip. Looking for the ace. As NBK just encroaching closer along the CT spawn. This gives a little bit of time for Glaive to kind of suss out the coffin side. Still nobody on that portion of the bomb site. Oh, Zipix, he's on for the ace. 1 more kill is what he needs. But NBK, he stops it. And now Glaive, he's figured it out. Or he hasn't. Oh, he thought maybe. But he looked away, and that's what's going to cost him.
Oh. This was completely won. And then we see this happen. Oh my god, the spray transfer into the back of Emo after firing off at coffins. It's the entry plus a 2K spray down into the smoke. I was wondering, it felt like they were playing with fire standing behind the smoke, but you know, sometimes you're on CT side, you're getting the damage off on the T players, planting the bomb out at Forest Oranges or over at coffins. Man, that's yeah, it's a pretty crazy way to win around here for Astralis. The 4K is all he needs. Zipix was definitely the star of that round.
Big time.
The hold otherwise looked good. MBK, it's like every time MBK has some like huge impactful play, it just, everything falls apart around him. Seems so unlucky this series so far. It's not like it's only been a couple of rounds. He's had a number of rounds where this has happened. He's done so much. Unfortunate.
Now we see mid offered over. Nothing to stop them on arch side either. This is a great call from the offense. But at the same time, OG start to gather the information on Banana. And Magisk has to go gather that bomb. We've got smokes wrapping all around the A site. The CT's within it, obviously knowing that this could be compromised. Alexei's going to be tasked with holding on CT spawn, and there is no challenge there. In fact, Astralis, they're going to rock this boat back towards short. Issa and NBK inside of the pits. Let's see what they can deliver. They do have Alexei on that close rotate. Issa, oh man, he's just going to try to fight apartments, and it works. He gets 1 kill. NBK good for a second. Oh, almost a third. He finds the headshot, but not the frag that comes with it. Another 2v2 post plant.
Bomb has been planted.
Device low HP, no grenades for the terrorists.
Oh man.
But he could cut off Valda.
Oh, he's waiting for that too. My goodness. Is this the perfect angle?
Ooh, he changes angle. And that's what's going to ultimately cost him. Magisk, he could have just seen the barrel. Matu's going to have to eventually walk out from Library, loses his head immediately, but Magis, I mean, he is very much locked into the corner. It's low HP for Valda. Magis through the box! 5-round lead now. That is all they needed.
That's insane. That's such an insane 1v2. The play to kill the player inside of Library was especially cool. How he hid just enough, bait that guy forward, came through, still standing on the box, so it was very unexpected that he'd still be up there if he was going to peak in this position, and here we see the second half of that. Montu gets played, and he finds a way out of the situation. Just as you said, it looked like he was very stuck, and still, he took that small risk and didn't even get punished. That is pretty nuts.
Hit him with the electric slide. And Valda, the electric sprint down Banana. Second player, though, on logs. Didn't anticipate device, so that early man advantage disappears immediately, and NBK reappears as the second defender on B. This could actually bolden Alexi. He's going to stick to the corner. Oh, but he gets hard checked by Device, who now looks to go sprinting in, sees the grenade trajectory, just locks it down on NBK, and the B site has crumbled. OG have crumbled.
God damn. And they're just, it's like 1,000 ways to die right now, right? We're just new rounds, new situations that are just all going wrong, and huge individual plays from different Astralis members. Is the game versus Big on Inferno, they also forgot to clear out logs. They get punished. They got punished so hard by this flash from Searson and Xantares kill 2. And here's 2 different players, I think, but you know, we got the same outcome with Device getting control of things. The flash is bad, but even just getting Alexi B to turn displaces his aim a little bit, gives Device enough time to react. And even him on his 4-3 black bars resolution can see Alexi B tucked into the corner, flick over and kill him. Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
Do they even get to save? You know, again, we've kind of watched that economy just roll over round after round, but if they lose both these players in pit, yeesh, things are looking dire. Oh no! Issa gets stomped on by Magisk. 7 rounds to 1.
Yikes. And I mean, they haven't been tested to the point that like you get to see the interesting stuff come out, right? They're just getting dismantled, all of these plays. I mean they were like in a good spot in like that B situation, and then Zipix damn near aces. That was, you know, a winning situation. Twice 3K entry up B with a rotator through a smoke and bought a B control. That's just been, oh.
Oof.
Yeah. The hardest part with OG is like it's not that it's like they lose some games, but you can look at the game and actually look to rounds and be like, if you didn't make this easy mistake, you would have won the game in like multiple spots. But it's rarely like they got completely outplayed and then there was actually no chance, like they got outclassed. I've never seen that be the problem for OG so much as they just quite simply aren't coming through with the execution that's clean enough, or they just don't clean up enough with the mistakes and get punished. And of course, Astralis is best team in the world at punishing.
Nice slow squeeze coming out of Arch yet again. No bomb committed to this play, as you see it now being picked up by Magisk towards spawn, and they're confident enough to attack the bomb site itself. Valda in the pit with the Deeg. Gets himself one clean headshot, but then Dupree answers the call. And of course, while Alexi has taken over the T-spawn, bomb is already gone, not able to punish them from the back line. And, you know, again, minimizing mistakes is what I feel like Astralis have done in a lot of these rounds where they have the advantage and they know it.
Mm-hmm. Played it nice and calm, just what we expect.
This to me is like what Maniac had touched on right before we jumped from the analyst desk into the game.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, okay, they survived the challenge of OG on Dust 2. They broke through that second half. Now what we should get, theoretically, is Astralis just kind of, you know, speeding through OG. And right now, that's exactly what's happening.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. I think we need OG back on land. That's what we need.
Issa on land. That's a whole new beast.
I mean, even Issa in like a, you know, a decent proximity would probably help it. Do you have his... What's the what kind of ping is he working with? Is it that bad? Is he moved in somewhere? Is he somewhere that close?
57.
57. Okay, that's definitely not too bad.
You know, device for example is at 42.
But of course, having him be that kind of emotional
Exactly. Yeah, that's the
boon,
big one.
as well as Alexi and like all of them in person. They're just,
I mean,
such an in-person team in that regard.
Go back to Blast London at the start of 2020. Like,
Yeah.
go look, watch. You know, pay attention to our loading screens here, dude. Half the time it's ISA popping off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough.
If it's not him, it's someone on Navi. But, ooh, poor guy. We spoke of the devil, and he just got blasted away inside of the boiler room. This is a gun round, and OG do have a, double man advantage. Turn back to single. Mantoot, swinging from the ropes on balcony, has actually managed to get himself into the hallway. But, you know, at some point or another, this bomb was thrown down onto Arch. NBK just ate a flashbang in its entirety.
The rotate into halls. This should be
Cool move.
one that catches Mantu should be able to catch him off guard with this. Oh. Shotgun up. Oh, one player at mid. He clears. Oh my god, he actually might get cleared in this position. He's running away. And Glaive. Oh my god, he baits him forward. That's a nice play from Montu. You gotta love that. He couldn't find him, but knew they were close together. Made it seem like he was not scared of somebody close by. And then watched it.
And the first kill he got as well. I mean, this is the second once he'd already slipped into the apartment.
He should have been in pit at this point.
Yep.
But he was down there in boiler.
It's like, what?
It's well done for Montu. Very well done.
The old bait and switch v Magisk, but the flick shot he lands down onto short, that was a clean one as well. So, you know, I think Astralis had lulled us into a point where we were just kind of assuming they were
dazed. I was dazed, yeah.
Yep.
But the OG era begins now.
You were dazed, I was confused. Let's see. 5 rounds left in this CT side. And I do think there is still this threat of the offense just busting OG's money a second time, getting double digits on this T side.
God, you're such a doomer.
Hey, man. But maybe Montu's just going to be that one-man army, because he's hit a lot of these shots. However, Volda is dead. And we've got a challenge over towards the B site. It's for that reason Montu's going to go sprinting over. NBK with a Mag 7. One of the few that can make it sing. Clumped up is Astralis. Low HP for Glaive. And, you know, somewhat tagged up is Magisk and Device here. So it wouldn't be crazy to think OG can hold this off. But Montu's going to walk right into the crosshair. Patience is perfect. And now they're about to lay down the pain. Alexi, poor guy, spam through smoke from Device. Not the first time Device has been such a nuisance over towards that B site. NBK's shotgun pops up. Dupree, he's pissed. And the bomb's still planted.
Damn.
So Astralis, they will secure a 9th.
I mean, they go for the re-aggression. It's just like perfect crosshair placement from Glaive. And he's on the left side of the wall as opposed to just over it. So maybe Montu's not even aiming for that exact part. Just really nice kind of angle holds from him. And what's with all these iBuyPower stickers? He has 4 on this.
It's nuts.
And Magisk has 4 on his red line.
Yep.
Is that new?
They've got to be.
Unreal. How much money do you guys think these guys make?
I think they're maybe. I mean, someone's got to be pumping these skins to them.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I don't think like the way that Montu approached, he doesn't necessarily need a flash to make that play. Just really sick crosshair placement from Glaive. Maybe they could have flashed, you know, and then had him come out, but I think he just got destroyed. And then Alexi falls off of oranges, and they hear his feet hit the ground, and this is when Device just starts spraying here right after he comes to. I'm not exactly sure if Alexi fell off by mistake or in what fashion or like how, but yeah. It's a number of times where the B defense has just fallen apart from both parties. There's never someone to make up for it. Oof.
Yeah, money's not good here for OG.
Oof. Ooh, the orange juice. It's all gone.
Water?
Wow, vodka. That's crazy. Yeah. That makes sense. Glaive? I get it.
All right, man. 7-round lead. They take the tack pause. They don't come in with a buy around it. A little curb purchase, you know, less than 2,000 spent by 3. It is a dire situation for OG's CT side at the moment. But maybe they can do just enough. Maybe.
God, you're so optimistic.
Someone's got to be. Someone's got to predict OG.
Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely not what I expected. So much fight from them on Dust too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just looks so hopeless so far.
Well,
I don't know how else to.
don't forget, it was a 10-5 half on Dust 2 as well.
Yeah.
Before we got that, string of rounds from OG. The 9 rounds straight. Outside of that spree of victories, first half wasn't much to talk about. So, and unfortunately, of course, it's like we know the context of Astralis on Inferno. It's now their T side that's tearing things up as well.
Sure.
And the only time these two teams have played against each other, which was like, I think, halfway through 2020.
A long time ago.
Yeah, more than a year ago. It was this situation. It was just T sides that tore OG to pieces, and a little bit of fight in the second half, but ultimately what you'd expect, I think like a 16-8 and maybe like a 16-10, just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting a callback to what is a clear gap in the expectations and skill levels of these two rosters. MBK shotgun in hand, good damage. 2 shots is what it's gonna take, and he had a chance at something further, but Device and Dupree combined for the entries. And while there is still damage here versus Astralis, man, they squeezed that one perfectly. Had that frag grenade found Device, he could have very well just died with no time to plant. The frag could have made a difference, but he goes for an unorthodox bomb plant spot, and therefore, no.
No. A ret.
It goes down. And so will OG. Now to the 8-round deficit.
Yeah. Of course, they'll invest fully next round, and we'll see what they can do to try to make something of this half. Could have made some money off that Mag 7, but yeah, there was no hope there. So another really easy round here from Astralis. They clean up, and then they get out quick out the back of halls. Did you ever watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah, a couple seasons.
Okay. Couple seasons?
Couple seasons.
I need to stop?
Yeah, I don't want to show on TV,
Okay, fair enough.
I got Danger Zone to play.
True.
Why do you ask?
Can't remember at all.
Okay. Yo, Mr. White.
Wheel me betch.
I've done some digging. Zipix's gun is not covered in a bunch of iBuyPower hollows. That was a sticker bug.
No way.
Yeah, he just has a normal Asimov. But Magic's fresh AK. That is... Wow. Alas, a gun round.
That looked crazy. Okay. I mean, okay, Device's been hurt here, so they know he's here. Okay. They kill him too. 5v4. That's good. That's a good start.
Yes.
Don't get killed from logs. Step 2. Been a problem for them. I'm sure they're not going to make a mistake of not clearing it properly. Yes, they definitely clear it this time around. Smoke goes down. They get some damage off on Magis. Wow, even another kill.
Nice.
5v3. Okay. Cool.
OG on the comeback. Come on, finish strong. Get 5 rounds. Get 5 rounds. Remember, the loser of this game does get sent down to the Blast Spring Showdown, where they will have to run all the way back if they want to make it to the finals to qualify for our World Finals at the end of the year. We're restarting the circuit here this week. We crowned Navi as our champions just weeks ago for 2020. Of course, the Showdown, man, that's a cutthroat event.
Definitely.
Best of 3s, elimination every step of the way, no second chances, and Issa's going to give no second chance for Astralis to get into this 13th round. He sees 2 players on short, mows them down, and he can smell Magis getting closer. Magis with a knife out should be his next victim, but he swaps just in time, and it's not going to make a difference. OG with 3 at least.
At least, yeah. I mean, fair play. That's just no other way to better describe that. And they got the damage off the molly, I think, for a Device off the corner of the smoke. Spam finished him off, and yeah, remaining 3 to the nice rifle work of Issa. Timeout's going to be called. It's actually from Astralis here. maybe to make sure that this lead is as big as possible, I suppose. I mean, I can't assume. I mean, things have moved slowly enough that I feel, and calmly enough that I feel like they've probably got so much stuff that they could still fall back on. So I'm not exactly sure what the idea is, but maybe they've had a disagreement or confusion about what they wanted to get out of this round coming into it. But I'm sure that'll be ironed out quickly, and we'll move forward. And as for OG, I mean, it's really just about like, it's crazy how we get, like, they get the opening kill. It's like, wow, okay, that's like the best start they've had in a while. So, you know, let's kind of build brick by brick there, get the opening kill again, then we can see if they can get something going. But Astralis, they're definitely going to convert the round if you give that up too easily. But they have a very fickle B defense, man. It just keeps falling apart.
Sometimes due to utility, sometimes due to smoke spam. OG gonna open up 5v4. I like it. MBK gets aggressive, punishes the alt peek. Looks like Magisk wants to follow up. A little bit of presence towards Banana. Valdez tucked behind sandbags. If Alexi can draw him into this, that'd be one thing. But Alexi just smoked himself off, assuming Magisk wouldn't clear it. And he does. Keeps his guard high.
I think he just, he smoked it off so that Magisk would take his guard down, like allow Mantu to get the kill and run through the smoke.
Yep. But Valdez stuck to the corner and just...
Yeah, Magisk played it too carefully. It was just... There wasn't really anything else for Magisk to do at that point, right? Besides clear that out slowly. So that's one way to equalize. I mean, it was a pretty fair fight, right? Valda could have definitely won that. He's been pretty good. But now what you have is a situation where we've got, you know, attention on A, 3 players here, 1 in the back of the site. Alexi got himself up onto quad.
Perfect. And he dodges the molly, but it doesn't do too much. He finds damage versus Zipix, but I mean, this is just going to be the tail of this 14th round, right? Like, we look at Magisk, 11 HP. That could have been Valda's kill. Zipix on 30. That could have been Alexi's kill. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. It is still going to be 11-3 unless they make this retake happen with the man disadvantage. They've got tons of cash and only 1 round left, so they might as well just try to throw this and hope it sticks. Molotov still left to potentially burn Device into the open. That's exactly where it's sent. Dupree tries to peek towards CT, and Device, well, he's forced off his initial position, but he's still successful in getting a kill. Dupree cuts down NBK. It's all on Mantu, and this op seems valuable to him. Oh, will he escape with it? Does he survive? No, sir. All members of OG die, and in their final and 15th round, they should still have enough cash for everything they need, so it's really not a problem.
Another round. They get the 5v4, but then 2 players die on B. No refrags here. And here's it's just such a dry duel. There's no supporting anything. It's just this one gimmick of, like, let me throw the smoke down and pretend like I'm leaving, but again, like, it's all too easy. Magisk turns the corner, just keeps his guard up slightly, and then wins. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alexi can't get a kill on the hold. No rotations over. No peeking mid to make sure there's no one there, so you can maybe cheat someone over. No gambling. No tactics. No hope.
No hope. Damn, man, that's bleak.
And sometimes it is definitely hard to...
Oh, what?
Whoa. Oh, shoot.
We gotta see that one. Luckily for OG, Valda will find that quick answer. But, I mean, off of the mid pick, they're definitely going to transition some pressure into the A site. Of course, OG rotating ahead of time. Bomb back. Astralis can just sit and wait. And they will do that.
Yeah, they could. I feel like, you know, from what Astralis have seen, basically, they come late back to B. It's pretty much always open for them to try it. Did he did see someone? No, I guess not.
Timing. Just looked away.
But they're expecting some rotation here. And Alexi keeping eyes on mid with a player right behind him.
Oh, almost found Magisk with his head turned.
Forward, expecting it to be a kind of a B play, I guess. And MBK, will he survive? He does.
But now it's all about Issa. He's going to find the player falling into pit, and the second. Issa delivering when he needs to. Dupree in the 1v3 takes a ton of damage from NBK, but remember, Issa, he's also tagged up. If Dupree gets the better of him, then it's a heads-up 1v1, but Issa, big moment from him. 3 kills inside of the A site to give OG a 4th, to give them a lifeline. But let's be real, they're treading water, and it's starting to get over their head. First half for OG, a difficult pill to swallow as they're already 1 map down. They once upon a time had that 14-10 lead on Dust too, but now Mohan, they're not even really in the game.
The only thing that, you know, has me optimistic at all is like at the very end of the half, we look at the player comms, they were like laughing about something. They at least pulled together a round. I'm not sure how they maybe perceived that first half. Of course, it looked very flat from our perspective and very clinical for Astralis, but now that we switch, I guess, you know, we can maybe see a new face here from OG again, surviving a 10-5 half in map number 1 to bring it to overtime, showing some resilience. Well, at least buy some votes of confidence potentially, but it's not like Astralis' CT side will be any easier.
Right. If anything, you know, again, we recall that pistol stat, not the best of rounds for Astralis as of late. Maybe that's what OG can use to gain some early momentum and you know, again, kind of kick off a second half with a bit of a comeback. They did it on Dust 2. They could do it here on Inferno. It's just an uphill battle, no matter how you look at this.
Got the bait in the B site, and they're defending against the B split. They see the bomb, I believe, on radar, even though that player was just tucked in the half wall. The second flash to come out, and they know that there are 3 now. I don't know. The close guy, he'll show face, but he eats the flash as well. So it's a bit of a stalemate. Not really sure how this information is going, but look, the T's are now starting to work their way up towards halls, which, hey, that might be the weaker part of the A side at least. Arch will also get smoked out, cause maybe a rotation around to the other side. We'll see.
Wow, Dupree's not going to respect
Oh my God,
it.
he literally just
walks right through. And then,
Oh!
of course, I was going to say, Magisk, you know, doesn't have vision. Neither do the players out library. So there was very much a chance for OG to be in a better position than this, but still a bomb plant and a 3v3. They've been in worse spots this series. Very quiet post plant for the time being. Of course, 2 members of Astralis creeping their way through middle. Valda inside of the apartments picks up the man advantage. That's important for him. Device now trying to get onto the bomb site, but he's been flanked as well from Boiler. It's going to have to be Magisk, and there's nothing in the 3v3 for Astralis. OG, their 5th round on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can run with momentum.
amazing round there from Valda. The kill through the smoke on the archway, as well as the 2 in the post-plant situation. Those were all really well done and all very, very important. This punish as well was nice. The refrag, maybe even nicer, but worth less, of course, as it's OG who win the round. So, well, now we'll see if we just get the conversions going, and then, of course, we can just talk about the half from the perspective of it just being 11-7 as opposed to, you know, it starting out 11-4. Force up, though, from Astralis to get through first.
Ooh, ouch. MPK gets softened up and then smacked by that Eagle.
They get stopped as well. They were going to commit pretty hard to this, but the smokes go down on this B attack. That'll rock them. Now they're going to be scared of a push elsewhere.
It's not just the pistol round wins that are in question, but also the success rate of force buys after losing pistol have been kind of weak for the Danes, and right now it's a 5v4, so looking to put that stat upside down.
Got a similar stack to their pistol round setup. Just a focus on defending against mid to B splits.
OG, they've got nowhere to run, so they have to go inwards. Met by additional utility, smoke, incendiary, Zipix on a Deagle. Trying to catch one as he creeps through the smoke grenade. Glaive just behind first boxes. Damn, that's damage done. Valda, he could die to this frag grenade. Device. Ooh, dumps him. Double nade kill. And then Device swings out with the CZ. It's on Alexi, 1v3, and a couple players buy coffins, but Dupree's putting him in it, and Astralis force buy win.
It's a 10-second stick with plenty of time to spare. An incredible nade there from inside CT spawn. The re-exec looked good. They actually got together, pushed up, and got across kind of this dangerous line into the site to the point of planting the bomb, but all the utility was focused on stopping the B attack, and Astralis even held some for the last second. Didn't drop that nade early, didn't overreact, had 2 smokes, didn't use them back to back. They really made this a tough situation for OG all the way through on a budget.
Damn, man. Hits him in the forehead, floats in the air for just a moment. Their lives flash before their eyes.
Yeah, and that is, yeah, as you mentioned, one of the rare situations. They haven't been doing a good job of, even when they lose the pistol, at least, you know, converting every once in a while. They haven't been doing that very much.
Yet here we are now with OG playing off of Double Deagle's Tech 9 Mac 10 Galil. It's not a pretty sight. Especially not at the 12-5. CT's happy to peek down Banana. Device with a grenade in hand, as if he's going to do it back to back. But this time when he throws it, it's negligible. Counter utility out from OG, showing presence on the A site, where of course Astralis have 3 stacked. Magisk, AK in hand, ready to go. Mac 10 flies into the bomb site, Galil from the corner. Then it's Device answering. CZ needs to be built, and he still puts it together in time. NBK, 1 versus 3. But he can only get 1.
The AUG is just a bit too strong. They power up and stop it, and that's the attack. Looks a little scary for a second, but they let Device build the CZ in the corner, and he not only gets this first and second kill, but a little bit extra damage and just enough respect and time to put together his sidearm. So it's 13-5 here. And yeah, while it gets scared, it's not even a bomb plant out of that one. So it keeps the money at bay. Potentially another round here just to collect for Astralis. There's been nothing but taxation here on OG.
Oh, thanks for the Zeus, bro.
The Zeus delivery.
And then money made Magisk. Oh, it hurts.
At least it's quick.
Ooh.
That's nice. Crosshair placement there.
Another one. This man's got a smoke for T-spawn.
Are
you kidding me?
Welcome to invite.
Yeah, and there it is. Dupree with the final nail in the coffin.
Did he actually line up a smoke like over the wall from mid and
yeah.
T-spawn? He had the Italian hands going on there.
Hey, shooting from T-spawn. Device, throw that smoke, you know.
Oh, man. Okay. Last chance saloon. No op here. Maybe they weren't even looking for it, but everyone buys to 0. Nades come cascading across the half wall into the bottom of B. No one here to challenge from OG's side. Still on the outside of the bottom smoke. Grouping up outside halls. But silent boost into the window room. Someone listening, but no one challenging. Man, there's still a lot of Astralis members here, so this could be a good punish here from OG.
Yep, this could be the one. I mean, they just need those clean, swift kills. Magisk, singular. Oh, and then there's Valda.
Clapped.
Perfect wrap around the arches. Dupree's posted on the angle, and that's not going to stop Valda from getting his second. Already turning attention back towards mid. Good stuff from OG. Getting up close on A, feeling no resistance in terms of any apartment presence or alt peek, and then just following through with what they wanted, Mohan. That A site, it had some sort of a defense from Magisk, but one and done. He goes down. OG take their 6th.
Yeah, they definitely don't always play that default game and like map control here, map control there. They're willing to go into executes and have a lot of different speeds at which they execute. So, you know, they're bound to catch teams off guard every once in a while. Of course, just such a big round disparity means it'll just take so much ingenuity to be able to pull something like this off every time. Eventually, they'll have to run into something more default-y, and things will become difficult, but at least this is nice. They show they can win a round on A. They have a good call. And there have been some good reads on the setups and which sites might be weaker, but let's see if it's just a drop in the bucket or not. They can try to put together 2 now. They save the 4 rifles, so they hang on to some of the money. 14-6 is the score line. But OG are fighting against elimination here in the group and fighting against having to go play in the showdown. historically done well. I say historically, pretty much, you know, had their inaugural match at the first Blast Spring groups in 2020. One other land like right before that, I believe.
MBK getting closer. Device. It's going to be peaked from both sides. Issa catching the headshot, but that two-man setup close to middle transitions really quickly into Boiler. And they get 2 kills off of the back of that. Now it's a man advantage for the defense.
Damn, that was actually a crazy way to approach the halls.
Right?
After
Coming
they
at it
lost
from
that kill.
Boiler.
That was cool. That was just a lane setup that transposed into a hall setup, right?
Yep. Oh. Transformative defense. Wow. Dupree. Oh, he sees him. Alexi tries to walk beyond the smoke. That's going to cost him his life. Now a double man advantage. Mantu behind the hay bales.
They're still a bit concerned about A. Or sorry, B, I should say. And yeah, that lets Mantu get at least 1 kill here. They know one's pit.
Yep.
They've got a crunch coming onto Dupree, and
but he
he's
gets
out in
caught.
the open, but he's fine with it. Oh man, and Zipix gets the kill on the site. What on earth caused him to jump out of pit? I don't know, but it was the right play.
Yeah, maybe just trying to get that 1 kill on the short player. Wanted to stop the bomb. I don't think in any world did he anticipate the guy in graveyard.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he jumps up. Oh, hey there. Drops him as, of course, the man on site gets killed. 15-6, 9 map and match points. The showdown looms for OG. The Astralis, they have survived, looking to fight back from an opening loss versus NIP. A 2-0 loss
That rematch potentially
versus the new NIP.
would be insane. Definitely in fighting form. Okay, what do OG want to do? What could be the last round of the game? Potentially, they're going to save this off with just the Tech 9 on Mantu. They've got a lot of utility to go with, and we've seen their pocket strats already. They're doing something similar. It's a bust up towards lane, and they get doubled down by Device.
Of course, that's how he looks to end this. Collateral shot on short side. There is a peek coming in from Arch, though. That could be big, because he could cut off these rotators before they even know what hit them. Inside of Library, huge fight. Zipix versus Valda, close up, face to face. Valda gonna get peeked by Arch instead. Device inside of the A site somehow picks that up, and now it's all on Mantu. Device has done everything here in the 22nd round, picks up 3 kills on the A hold, and it is Astralis in convincing fashion. That's what we need to see out of them. If they're gonna have a return inside of this opening group, then they needed a convincing map win, because they lost 0-2 versus the new Ninjas. They almost lost to a killer comeback from OG here on Dust 2.
Yeah.
But they showed perseverance and then the ability to just clamp down on a map that they should always have in their back pocket.